Hey.
Hey, give me a few minutes. I'll be on too, man. Shit, hell, I might as well stay on. Goddamn it, I already done started.
Yeah, we live.
Well.
Hey, we live now, shit.
Welcome, Atlanta Falcons Nation. We are the Red Clay Sports Morning Show. Coming back to you. I know it's been a long time, and we starting this thing off right. As you see, you have a special appearance from the Brock Lesnar of the group, the Mr. Magnus, the Magnificent, the public defender, whatever you want to call me. Right above me, you have the sixth man, Kstlyz, sixth man on the team, number one in your hearts. What you got to tell me, Kstlyz?
I ain't got nothing to say yet, but appreciate y'all having me on. Woosah. But
not a thing.
Welcome.
I say one. Well, hold on. I got one thing to say.
Okay.
We don't need Julio Jones. Next question.
Remember, his name
no. Not Julio Jones. We're not gonna call him Julio Jones. We're gonna call him Foley. That's his new name right now. Foley.
For all my wrestling fans,
Foley
you know
from
who
there on
Foley
out.
is.
That's it.
His name is Mankind. Okay. It wouldn't be a show at all without the one in the middle, the Mike linebacker of the group, looking good in that red and black dog.
Hold on.
You know
what's up? Rich, we out here.
Yeah, we got Big Rich. What you got, man?
What's going on? We here. Let's get to it. I'm ready.
I didn't introduce the Mad Fighter group. I don't know if he's on mute or not, but diagonally from us, we got Mad Mike. I ain't gonna go in on a promo. I'm gonna give you your time to do this thing.
Hey man, look, I'm still in my feelings just a little bit, man. I'm still in my feelings about Mr. Foley. At this point, it's still he can kiss my ass. He can kiss my ass. He can kiss my feet. He can kiss my toe. He can kiss every goddamn thing at this point. So, Mr. Foley, from here on out, you're gonna be Mr. Foley. You'll never have your name ever again. All right. So, give me a second. I'm at the corner store, man. Yeah, I'm a hood nigga. Yeah, we don't necessarily say that word on here, but today I'm a hood nigga. All right. So fuck Julio Jones, and fuck Mr. Foley. All the motherfuckers. All right, because Julio Jones and Mr. Foley, those are two different people. That's why I said it 2 times this time. All right, so fuck him.
He's on his I wouldn't say deity state right now until he gets on camera.
Yeah, you know, Mad Mike. You know, I think he came from his anger management courses down. You know,
boy, make sure you pour a fifth on my cup right there so I can be good.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go into the comments and say what's up to everybody. Yo, Devon, yo, you gotta come on one day, man. I ain't spoke to you in a minute. Hit me up on Instagram, bro.
What's the word?
You really gotta come on one day. DJ Avery, what's up, bro? Marshawn, Twisted, yo, feel better, bro. If you don't notice that Twisted's not here, you know, got a little sickness or whatnot, you know, he'll probably be back next week. But yo, get well soon, brother. All right, so first question of the day. One breakout player on offense and defense for the season. What you got, Kstlyz? Lead off, man.
Oh man, you got me playing a point on this one today. Okay, one breakout player, man. Hey, we got it here, man. One breakout player I got on offense. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna go unconventional with this one. If he wins the training camp battle, I'm gonna say Jalen Mayfield. Why? Like everybody's gonna use the skill players and stuff here. I'm gonna take an unconventional route with this one. I'm gonna say Jalen Mayfield because I want to see the nasty boys on the offensive line. We need the nasty.
Yeah.
We need somebody to set that tone. And I feel like if he could win that job at that left guard spot, I love Matt Gano. I think Matt Gano might be a favorite in that spot. But if Jalen Mayfield can win that spot and bring that nasty mentality in the middle of that offensive line, it'll help everybody. And guess what? And I'm not even talking about the practice aspect of it too. If this offensive line bring that nasty mentality in practice, it makes the defensive line that much better. Because at the end of the day, it's gonna be some fights in practice, and that's what we need. We don't need people.
Yeah.
We don't need people making plays and be like, "Oh, good play, sir. Good play, sir."
We don't need people sitting on the sideline smiling, talking about my hamstring hurt.
We be sitting like this.
Oh God.
Oh, wait a minute. I sure ain't finna make no plays today, but I damn sure will stretch. I'm here to collect the check. But
yeah. So yo, Rich, what you got, man? Breakout player.
Man, it's so much to go. We got obvious players, but I ain't gonna be afraid to mention this because this is our franchise quarterback, Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is in a new system now. We're about to head back to this outside zone scheme where, if you heard Jake Matthews was saying he want to get back to being dominant and playing the ball. And we know what we do. Matt Ryan is good in his play action. Like his, I'm not too sure off the top of my head, but his completion rating through play action is good. So I'm excited for us to have control of the offense, and Matt Ryan is going to prove a lot of people wrong this season. Adding Kyle Pitts, Calvin Ridley is stepping up into that one. So he had a breakout season last year. He had his 1,000 yards from Calvin Ridley. So being that Matt Ryan going to have a lot of weapons.
Oh man, you made some really good points, man. I got a few, so I'm gonna go a little off off the grid right here. But Kstlyz, like you actually mentioned nasty, and I'm thinking like we haven't had a nasty motherfucker on that right side in a long time. And I'm talking about the Tyson Clay, and if he can, and we already see how Arthur Smith, we're gonna touch on that. We can see how Arthur Smith is. If he can unlock, I mean, first of all, we already know Caleb McGarry is crazy as hell. But if he can basically tell him to be like a Taylor Lewan on that right side and just be like an absolute animal, I can see him taking that next step. Because I remember at one point we was doing a couple of shows and a lot of people wasn't really sold on Caleb McGarry. They looked at him like a bust. They like Lindstrom, but they wanted Caleb McGarry to take that next step. In order for us to take that next step as a system, I mean, because we're talking about O-line and synergy and cohesiveness and chemistry, we're going to need everybody to be a dog. And Jake Matthews seemed very excited. Like, I've seen him in an interview, and he seemed very excited to actually be running the ball. We know Jake Matthews is a technician, like a pass protector, but he said, I want to go back to running the ball and be nasty. So he's totally excited about that. So if we can get everybody to buy in on that line, actually, this is my starting lineup on there. I got Matthews, I got Mayfield, Hennessy, Lindstrom, and McGarry. And unless that Gano could, I mean, I don't know if he's going to play right tackle, or he's going to be a swing tackle, or we're going to use him as depth. But that's my starting lineup. And if they can get on the same page and be nasty like the way that Tennessee offensive line is, we're going to have something, especially with that bowling ball behind it. So that's my offensive breakout player. Now, I need a little help with the defense, though. So in order for you to qualify as a breakout, what would that have to be? Like someone like that flies under the radar, or what we call?
I would say taking the next jump, like just improving. Better comparing the gameplay and your stats, because numbers do speak. What did you do last season compared to what you're doing this season? How are you impacting the game?
And I'm going to agree right here with this man, the nation, Marlon Davis. Because he didn't get a chance last year, and we have to be tough up in the trenches. Grady Jarrett is going to be Grady Jarrett. But if Marlon Davis can be that dog what he was at Auburn, we're going to have something. I was going to say A.J. Terrell, but he's all right. Our linebacker is going to be all right, but I think this guy's going to take that next step. I mean, it's not going to show up a lot on the stat sheet, but he's going to bring to the table that aggressiveness that I think that he was kind of like, they nerfed him a little bit, being in just like a really vanilla system. This aggressive system that they're going to have, somebody's going to come free almost every play. And I think it's going to be this guy right here. What you got, KSTYLZ?
Just like Atlanta Nation said here, like we said with Caleb McGarry, like you said, offensive linemen like to move forward. We know this.
Sir.
That's what keeps them engaged in the game. Because that we got, and most people don't know, in Atlanta Falcon Nation, we have 4 simple words for that. And that's run the damn ball.
Talk to him.
This is what we've been waiting on. Now, defensively, a breakout star for me. Defensively, I'm gonna go with one of the guys that I liked last year, Michael Walker. I feel like he's gonna break out this year because he got versatility at all the linebacker spots. So by him being able to plug in, and like you said, where we got DP, like you said, this aggressive defensive system that they got to where everybody's gonna be flying to the line of scrimmage. You're gonna at least have 5 people flying to the line of scrimmage every play. And this guy has enough versatility where he can play all the linebacker spots. Because you're definitely going to need a running mate beside Deion Jones to help free him up. This is why I will put Brandon Copeland in that situation. But I think they're going to like if Dante Fowler doesn't really pan out the first couple games, they might kind of sub him and Michael Walker out. And if Michael Walker make a couple plays, you're going to really see him break out there. Because he big, this is a big boy, and he loves to fly.
Yeah, I can actually see him being like a situational pass rusher, like not on the field for like all 4 downs, or 3 downs rather. He want to come out on like 3rd and long and just do what he does well. I mean, that's what DP said. We're gonna do what you do well. And personally speaking, I think that's what it is. Copeland might get more playing time than Dante Fowler. That's
what I'm saying. It's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee that Dante Fowler might be the starter. That's not even a guarantee.
Right.
Dante Fowler might end up being the situational pass rusher. It's going to be based on the battles here in camp.
Yeah.
And the one thing I will say is I do not need Young Way Cool leading the league in points again. I don't need to see that. That's not good. Unless he kicking extra points.
Like, what we got? We got Big Surge here. We're on a super chat for $2. Thank you for the donation. Thank you very kindly. Big Surge 559 says, "Hell yeah, my boy Michael Walker out of Fresno State." He goes back with what KSTYLZ was saying, everything that he echoed. I mean, this man could play every last linebacker position, versatility. I mean, hell, the last regime finally got something right when he drafted defense. Finally, you know what I'm saying? They got somebody that can play up and down the linebacker. I mean, I like it. Big Surge, thank you for the $2 donation. I talked enough. Come on, Big Rich, get in there, man.
Honestly, I was gonna give it to Mike. I want to see what Mike had his breakout player.
Oh, he kind of I don't think he got back yet. He didn't get back yet.
Oh wow. Oh yeah.
Give me a few seconds. Give me a few seconds. I'll be on live. Just a few seconds on live, bro.
I got you. We still rolling. Now, my breakout player. I'm gonna go with Twisted. Twisted said earlier. I'm gonna go with Richie Grant. I seen that earlier. Richie Grant out of UCF. I feel like he a dog. He a dog, and he gonna show some. He gonna beat out. I feel like some of the veterans that's already there, and I expect him to be in certain packages that we have in third downs. We're gonna be in a lot of dudes, but so far I'll go with Richie Grant.
Yeah, I think you have a lot of potential.
Yeah,
like on this defense because DPs would not come out of retirement for a freaking rebuild. Like he wouldn't come out of retirement for a defense that he believe has playmakers up and down the line at every single position. I think that what he sees is that what he said in his initial interview. I mean, he said that I see playmakers, I see speed, and I see guys that like to hit. I think what he's doing is that he's tired of letting the offense dictate to them. But that's what a cover scheme is. You sit back and you just let things happen to you. Now we're going to let things happen to you, to the offense. We're going to start dictating to the offense. We're going to bring heat from every last part of the field, and we're going to let the chips fall where they may. Plain and freaking simple. Aggression. See, I personally wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind aggression, as long as we don't sit there and play like this vanilla scheme that we've been playing. Let these guys do what they do. Keep it simple and just go and hit. What you got, Styles?
Okay, we can't call it vanilla. Remember, we got a term for that. It is the Suki Hana Amber Rose slut walk defense. We gotta get that right now.
Break it down, man.
This bullshit.
Oh, see, we about to get live right now. See, we got another question coming up. Look at this. Here we go. See, this is where Mike came in. He came in at the perfect position right now. We talk about Foley right here. He came in at the perfect time. I'm going to give the floor to Mike. I'm going to give the floor to Mike.
I'm doing my Tupac. I'm doing my pop. I'm on disrespectful shit today.
Hold on. Before Mike do it, let me go ahead and do the introduction song before he hit the question.
You have to do that. You have to throw that one in there.
Julio Jones potential trade rumors. Excuse me, John Terry. Oh, my bad. Foley. Potential trade rumors.
Oh man.
I'm not. That's not. We gonna let Mad Mike lead off on this. Now we got a lot to say, so I'm gonna let him lead off.
The potential trade rumors. If I had my way, I send his ass to the what? Kstlyz?
To the motherfucking Jets.
Hey man,
Siberia. Hey man, Siberia.
The Jets. I think it's all the same if you ask me, man. I just don't have anything good to say about it. Like one thing that I always preach, man, is you guys just got to be real. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever your reasoning is, just like. I feel like for 10 years we've been bamboozled to believe that this guy is just a team guy. But when you look at everything in hindsight, you wonder to yourself and think to yourself, like, damn, did this dude really have the best interest at heart as far as his teammates? The hell with the fans right now, because we already know he don't give a damn about fans. He took himself away from the fans. He took himself away from social media. That social media is for the fans. That's when you are a celebrity, when you are a personality, social media is for your fans. You know what I'm saying? That in itself is a crime. Like that's a crime. You should be penalized and put in jail for that. Because like I said last night, a lot of people ain't gonna believe what I said, but you don't really have to. The fans make you who you are. If no fans are cheering for you, regardless of your numbers, regardless of what you're doing on the field, fans don't cheer you, you're nothing. You're nobody. We see it right now. Nobody gave a damn about Trae Young. All right. And now the dude just like he's blowing the hell up because of the fans. The people loving and respecting what he's doing right now. So the fans make Julio who he is. All right. As far as his star being a star is concerned, when you are a star, that's because of the people. With that said, the first place that I would ship him to, at this point, like I said, this man knew exactly what he was doing. This is a 3-year contract, which he's not played one single down of. And that tells you everything, that the Falcons are more screwed than anything. So if anything, if I'm the Falcons, I'm not shipping him to the Patriots. I'm not shipping him to anybody that's a winner. I'm sending his ass to the worst possible team with the best possible offer. That's what I'm doing. Because what he did to this organization will put them in a bad spot. All right. And you see the subliminal messages from Grady Jarrett. You see the subliminal messages from a lot of people. People just don't want to believe that this is the real Julio. Julio has given this whole organization, he's given his fans his ass to kiss, and I'm sending his ass to the Jets if it's possible.
You know, I really feel, and I actually agree with, I think you tweeted this, Mike, this week. You know, follow Mike on Twitter. He's a good follow. Like it's crazy because I really feel for, and it's hard to do this because like in the world we live in, it's hard to feel good or feel sorry for like an owner, but I feel sorry for Arthur Blank is because he's been bamboozled with the Mike Vick situation, and before the chat goes on fire right now, I know it was a different situation, but he just feels betrayed in a way that I made these two guys like huge offers, like gave them what they wanted. I gave them everything they needed. Yes, we had like 4 seasons, but it's like I feel betrayed in my own right. And I think that, Julio Jones betrayed him because the way he looks at this team, he looks at these guys like his son, And I think, and when he sat there and it wasn't even like a long drawn out thing, like through training camp or whatever. It's like, what you want? Okay, here, here's what you need, Now, this is what pains me about this. Because we're talking about like the best offer, and apparently, according to reports, I mean, I don't even give a damn what anybody says, like on ESPN or whatever like that. But according to reports, the Patriots did offer give the best offer. I mean, I'm gonna ask you this, Mike. If they offered, let's say, if they offered Stephon Gilmore with a third rounder, for Julio, being the fact that we have a glaring hole at that second cornerback position. And being the fact we're going to be playing a lot of aggressive defense, we're going to need like two lockdown guys, and I don't think Sheffield is that guy. Would you pull the trigger on that, or you feel that you steadfast in your?
I'm done with old players. I'm done with players that's close to 30. That's too much of a risk for me personally. When you bringing in guys that are close to 30, if he was 27, 28, like. Maybe I will pull the trigger, but you're playing a dangerous game when you bring in older corners because we've seen what Dante Robinson when he was a very good corner coming from Houston, but we brought him here. He wasn't the same corner, so like I like what Stephon Gilmore could possibly bring, but that's me personally. I rather. Bring in. I'd rather just. I just rather. Honestly, just give me picks because even though I love Stephon Gilmore's game, we've been burnt too many times with older players. That's my thing. This organization, we get these players that are close to 30. Like the only two guys that are really panned out for this organization. Whether it's for trade or free agency, was John Abraham and Alex Mack. Outside of those guys, we've been burnt by a lot of guys that are older, up in age. So for me personally, I don't want just for that reason.
For the most part,
what you got, bro? Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad, Rich.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Rich, go ahead.
If I'm saying for the music to my ears is at least us getting a first round pick for Julio Jones. I'll talk to a few Patriots guys, a few of my friends. I told them I mentioned Stephon Gilmore too, but at the same time, if his contract and to add on to what Mike was saying on the age, I wouldn't really do that. But I'd rather like the pick because at the end of the day, we gotta win in this trade. There's no way. I'm not taking a second round pick for Julio Jones. Get the hell, get out of here, man. I'm not gonna be humble. We're gonna show love. I'm gonna hold it down. We're just gonna hold it down. But for the most part, Julio Jones is healthy. And I tell you this, right? Being that towards the end of the season, he wasn't hurt. them last few games. What's the point of Julio Jones playing? We know the season is pretty much over, so why is he even playing? You understand? So, and I tell you this too. I respect Julio Jones. This is my first time he's speaking on this. This is the first time since this shit happened. So, but Julio Jones, I give Julio Jones, respect for what he did for this organization. But the way how it happened, it's messed up. That's shady. You know what I mean? But it's sad to say that's just how it happened. Moving forward, this is a business. You understand? So ain't no hard feelings. We got to keep it going. Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot is not necessarily their garbage. They're just cleaning everything up. You know what I'm saying? So that's the main part of it. But Julio Jones also, he's gonna go whatever team we send him to, he's gonna go off. That's the thing. And I don't matter if we play against him or not, because I know Julio Jones is healthy. But at the same time, if how consistently he could play, we'll see how that goes. But that's my take on it. I need a first round pick.
Then his ass is listen, you ball out. Houston, Texas. Go ahead, Kstlyz.
Jets will be one team. I know there's another team that might not be they're talking about, because I'm actually looking at the salary. I know I mentioned the salary cap numbers and the teams that can afford them, because there's really not a lot of teams that can really afford his contract for this season. But yeah, the Jets is on top. Well, the Jets is right there near the top. Well, Jaguars is the number one team, of course, because they ain't shit. But
let him worry about that.
Let him worry about that. Like you said, I would love a first round pick. The only issue with that Sony Michel thing is we already loaded at that backfield. What are you gonna do? Like I said, like we already working with these four guys. Now you bringing another running back that you have to implement. Now in a fantasy world, that sounds good, but you can't play 5 running backs, bro. You can't even really have 5 running backs on your squad, especially if you plan on using all of them. But you know what, and like I said, if it ain't the Jets, you know what I do, and this is gonna sound crazy as hell. I send his ass to the Browns.
Ooh,
I was Garrett.
I send his ass to the Browns.
Like you said, like straight up, or just like for somebody else?
No. You gonna get some draft picks out that motherfucker too now. You gonna get some players out of it. But I'll send them there. Like I said, that's one of those teams that he did not particularly say he wanted to play with, but give him a chance to win. But it's one of those things where Baker Mayfield is not that damn good. And now you put him in, and now you will throw him in a situation to where you're gonna have 3 receivers that are demanding the ball, but the offense is predicated on 2 running backs.
Good luck with that.
That's gonna be a hard situation right there. Now that sounds like some cruel and unusual punishment from what I'm saying is, but he said he want to win.
And he got to worry about Mr. Odell Beckham and his attitude on top of it.
You got that. You got Jarvis Landry you got to worry about.
It has to be a win-win. It has to be a win-win situation. You know what I mean? The Falcons have to win at the same time.
Rich, I understand that, but this situation is past win for the Falcons.
Yeah, that's true.
It's past win for the Falcons. They can't win with this. There's no way you can win. This is Julio Jones we're talking about. We're not going to get that production, that talent back from it, even if it's a first round. It's hard to get. Julio Jones was, in my opinion, I think he's the most talented receiver in the history of the game. Period.
Me too,
and he's the most talented receiver. When you look at up and down what this dude can do, he's the most talented receiver. And this is not just my opinion. Jerry Rice came out and said this also. He's the most talented receiver in the history of the game. So you're not going to get equal value from him regardless of the fact. So if I was the Falcons right now, look, I'm gonna be petty. I know God said, forgive. God said, the good word says forgive and move on. Hell no. Hell, I'm not forgiving anything. Because this dude, he knew exactly what he was doing when he got on Shannon's show. He knew exactly what he was doing when he decided when he was not going to come back. He knew exactly what he was doing when he took everything Falcons off of his Instagram and everything else. He knew exactly. Everything was calculated. This dude is a calculator. He's a smart, intelligent person. And at this point, I'm not forgiving shit. He can kick rocks if that's how he feels. If that's how he feel, bro, let him go. Because he, like, when you look at his, like I said, all this is hindsight. I'm a type of person that look at, like I'm gonna be a little bit biased as far as our players concerned, just a little bit biased. And I said this time and time again. Why is Julio Jones going out on the field on third down after it's a big play? He going off on the sideline. Why is he doing that? Nobody on the Falcons team is doing that except for Julio Jones. I made an excuse for that. Bro, I'm tired of making excuses right now. It is what it is. That man did not want to be here, and it's clear that he didn't want to work hard either.
Man, Mike, I'm head on my hand, man. Hot tag, man. tag.
Oh, there you go.
Here we go.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yo, hook it up, bro.
I'm telling you right now. Honestly, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna go out on a limb because I know you said that Julio Jones is hard to find, but damn it, we got something close at 4 this year. We got something really close at 4, and we can use them, and we can scheme them the way we would scheme like Julio Jones and whatnot. I think the nation, Atlanta Falcons nation, Atlanta Falcons fandom will be okay with number 8 with the unicorn.
Oh yeah,
because we had our unicorn for 10 years. We had a unicorn for 10 years, and damn it, if you ain't see Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith light up their faces light up because they know. I think they're okay right now with the way this goes because it's like you can go. We got a younger version of you coming up here. And if we can sit there, we can scheme this man open, like the way I can scheme John Smith, the way I can scheme John Smith open, then I'm going to put it just like this. We're going to be all right. So if you could do one of 3 things, and I've seen it in the chat. You can either take this trade, you can go to Siberia, or you want to go to play with bum-ass Baker Mayfield, or you can sit your ass for the whole year, or you can retire.
Yeah.
But all I know is like I'm tired of answering the damn questions. You see Arthur Smith, he's tired of answering the damn questions. He wants to move on. He wants to implement his scheme, and he wants to like bust his team's ass going into training camp. That's what he wants to do. Mm-hmm. So like I said, we had basically the first time happened is that we had to trade up to get Julio. This kid fell right into our lap at number 4, and you can't get it no better than that. So if you want to think anything, let's think Raheem Morris and Dirk Cutter. Farmer Friend, as opposed to 6-man. Let's take Farmer Friend and everybody else that screwed up this season for us, because look what we got out of it. So I think right now the nation's actually pretty satisfied with what we got. Mm-hmm. Because what we got is an offensive mind. We don't have a defensive-minded coach anymore. We have an offensive mind that can scheme guys open. And I was going to say this, like, to piggyback off of the earlier question, I actually like the Tajay Sharp pickup. I think he's gonna be big. I mean, a lot of people saying like Russell, but look at Tajay Sharp's. I even say he's not Julio. Okay, this is all about scheme. He understands the scheme already. Okay. Now let me go into this real quick. Jamal Grant with the $5 super chat. With Julio 98% of being traded, I say let's extend Hayden Hurst. I don't know about that, bro.
Nah, it ain't. That ain't gonna work because now that he's gonna be tested free agent market, see now you gotta pay the free agent market value for him. We still don't have that much money, so it's just gonna be one of those
market years for him. He came out of college 27 or something like that.
Yeah, 25.
He turned 25, so he's like a 28, 29 right now. And by the time he hit free agency, like we don't know what the market is for a guy that age. So, like I don't necessarily agree with that. just based on that, because you can draft a guy that's 21, 22 coming out of college at tight end. He's fresh. Has a fresh body. And again, man, you see these little damn boy. I don't know if KSTYLZ, he picked the picture up. You can put the picture up. The little boy, what? That motherfucker, what? 14 years old.
It's on 60.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Justice Terry out of Manchester, Georgia.
Hey man, come on, bro. Like we got kids that's goddamn running 4.2s and they like 14 years old, 250 pounds, bro. Like we can find another Hayden Hurst.
Right. Hey, I want to get this. I want to get this comment right quick before I get the y'all. Yeah. And this was Slim Kid talk about niggas switching on Julio hard. Dude didn't know he was on air. This is OG and rookie GM pissed him off by not telling him that they were listening to Trail. Let me correct him on this one right quick, and we're going to do it on the most respectful, slow down K-style style. Did you know that he requested a trade before the season ended?
Mm-hmm.
So
before the season ended, he was already out. He
already requested trades, especially right around when the new regime came. So I can't say that not telling him they were listening to offers when he requested it. So your point right there is wrong. And the switching on Julio part, you can't defend the guy that said who doesn't want to be here. You can't defend that. How can I defend that? Like I said, we say we appreciate what he's done, but if he say he won't out now,
yeah,
we let him go. I mean, it is what it is. It's like I said, it's part of the business. You're not finna keep somebody around you that don't like you.
Yeah,
because all that's gonna do is end up causing problems. So yeah, so Julio had requested a trade.
Hey, go ahead, man. I know. I see you.
Let me get.
Come on. Yo, tag me back in, bro.
Well, we tag.
Hey, hold on.
Okay. Let's just say it's been a while since I was able to go off, and I felt like I was going to go nuclear for a minute. But you mean to tell me about what? And I was watching Undisputed that day when Shannon Sharp. I was watching it live when Shannon Sharp actually called him. Skip Bayless could be heard in the background, like laughing, and I think he said like a couple of comments. So Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless, I don't think they hang out outside of the show. And we all know what a house sounds like, what a studio sounds like. So you can't tell me this like out of the blue, randomly Shannon Sharp is going to ask like, oh yeah, like so what? You want to be away from the you want to be from the Falcons? You want to go to the Cowboys? Why would he ask a random question like that? It was just so freaking random that you would just personally ask that. Even though like I can talk to Mike on the phone, 5 days a week, and then randomly I'm like, yo, Mike, I heard you about to leave the show. I'm gonna ask you right here on the show right now. Like, yeah, I heard you trying to leave the show, or I heard you trying to do something else. I'm gonna ask you right here. No, it's something like, look, if it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it ain't a goddamn mongoose. Okay, that's what it is. Okay,
it goddamn mongoose.
He knows exactly what it is. It's freaking simple. Like Julio. Just like what this guy say here, Nathan. Julio's career is over away from Atlanta. I don't think he's going to get the same production because Julio benefited, even though he had a friend. I mean, he benefited from a great quarterback, a Hall of Fame quarterback. And also he benefited from a scheme that was tailor-made for him. So we're going to see exactly what happens if you go to a run-heavy scheme and see what happens. See, the thing is, it's like I think that Julio Jones, seeing what Arthur Smith could bring to the table, he knows that he's not a player's coach, that he is an aggressive coach. He's going to drive you every last single day in practice. He hasn't had that in like 10. He had that in 10 years. Dan Quinn is a player's coach. He had him on the side with a bucket hat on, like coaching the other wide receivers. Arthur Smith's like all the ass out there running routes with them. I want to be like the way Nick Saban had you behind out there in the 100-degree weather, running up and down the field. See, he hasn't had that since he was in college. And now this is foreign to him. It's like, whoa, I'm a star. I ain't supposed to be doing stuff like that. Yes, you are. You're supposed to set the tone.
Hey, boy, there you go, right there. Hey, that's the magic word, right? I'm a star. I know I'm a star. I ain't gonna be out here getting sweaty and and running laps like, man, I'm Julio Jones. Let's be real.
Yeah, and remember the first thing that D said was I was going to look for my leaders of the team to be accountable and lead the way. That was the first thing they said. Now, if Julio, and this is what we're saying about it, that could be a factor in why Julio wanted out. That's a factor. Like you said, it's not clarifying nothing. The only thing he just said is, I want out. This is what I say about Pandora's box, and I'm gonna keep saying it. There's no clarification. So it's ironic that you get the new regime and then immediately you requesting a trade. That looks kind of fishy in our eyes. Like
it's not healthy. It's not healthy for the locker room. You know what I'm saying? It's not healthy for the locker room, but I also think it's two ways. Being that Julio requested a trade, right? I believe they had a mutual agreement on how they was gonna end this out, and this just so happened, this just out of the blue. This is not as planned. And being that what Arthur Smith said, they had different strategic plans to how they was gonna go about the situation, and there's so many different routes we could take this. If we want to be petty, like to what Mike was saying, if you want to drag this shit out, we could drag this shit out all the way into camp if we want to. You know what I'm saying? Just as early as next week, June 1st, we'll see what happens. But moving forward from Julio Jones, to add on to what Magnus was saying, how we would use Kyle Pitts, he's a different generational type of talent. That's one thing him and Julio Jones have in common, and what we realize what we got. This is how Kyle Pitts is going to make his impact on the NFL, and how the tight end position has changed. How he used Jonnu Smith. We're going to see a different version of football, of scheming guys open at that tight end position. He's going to show y'all, also at receivers as well. That's why something is very to be excited about moving forward. Tajay, what's his name? Tajay Sharp, right?
Tajay Sharp.
I realized Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot showing the good relationship that they have, because if you've seen the guys who we picked up from free agency, we picked up a lot of Tennessee guys. Ain't that right? If countless, we got at least 4 or 5 guys from free agency who we signed came from Tennessee, and that's familiar with Arthur Smith's system. So we're gonna move fast. Guys gotta get acclimated with the playbook. Taking time. It's just got to be patient.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna comment on what D Ty here said real quick. My bad, Styles.
No. I was on the same page with you on now, so I'm gonna let you read that. I was on the same page with you.
Yeah, because what he said is dead on, man. Like, Julio better be careful though. We've seen what happened to Mohamed Sanu. We actually fleeced the Patriots on that. We fleeced them. Thank you. We see what happened to Mohamed Sanu, Taylor Gabriel, and other players who left and didn't pan out. Matt doesn't get enough credit. And he doesn't. I don't want to sit there and play the race card. Like that, but we know why Matt Ryan doesn't get the credit that he deserves. We know. I ain't gonna say it though. I ain't gonna be that guy, but I turned heel though. If we want to take it there, but I don't why that man get the credit he deserves, man.
Bro, you are part of Atlanta Falcon Nation. You already a damn heel.
Let me. Hey, you got that right, Kstlyz. Let me kind of add on to that.
Let me get one thing. And the question I ask y'all is: out of every receiver that has played with Matt Ryan and has left Atlanta, where's the relevancy when they left?
Didn't Taylor Gabriel? Didn't Taylor Gabriel send that?
I'm telling you why. Matt Ryan, that's why I said Matt Ryan earlier is going to be a breakout player this year on this offense. He's really a good game manager, and sometimes back then we wanted him to force the ball to Julio, but that's never been Matt Ryan's game. So we've seen in 2016 how many touchdowns he was spreading the ball out to everybody in 2016.
13 NFL record, 13 touchdowns.
There you go.
13 touchdowns to 13 different receivers.
Talk to
NFL record.
Exactly. So then,
did somebody curse right now? You see what Millie Mills said? I don't want no cursing up in the chat. Okay, look what he did.
Oh no! Hey!
No.
I don't know where it's at, man. I messed it up. I was like, we had to censor that. But
like everybody, like the video.
Light the video up, man. Get this algorithm thing up for us. We appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yes.
But I wanted to get couple comments in. Chris Dunlop had this one. He was like, Quavo said Matt Ryan trash, Julio. Okay, I'm out. You probably could have been listening to him. But I wanted to hit on Tajay Sharp right quick. I could kind of see him playing that like you said, that big body role. Wait a minute.
Oh.
Other damn psycho.
Oh man. He took the IV. My man went back. I went in back to the IV. Came back, man.
They put the sniffing salt on him. He back in the game, coach.
My man pulled a Paul Pierce. He pulled a Paul Pierce.
Wow, Paul Pierce.
Remember when my man got wheeled out in a wheelchair and came walking back?
He was faking his ass off too, by the way. We gotta make sure we add that part to there. He should have not been able to play again after that. That was some bullshit. I saw what you guys are talking about. Everybody on this panel looks fed up with the Julio Jones talk. Is that all correct?
Yes,
everybody. Julio said he's gone. In my book, fuck him. It's a wrap. He's screwless. It's a wrap. And Mike, you said it. You said it yourself, man. How long ago did he unfollow all the Falcons? Was that like 2 years ago?
3 years. 3 years ago.
This guy's getting plotting on us, man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Even when he got that $66 million, he smiled in the camera and said, "Yeah, I'm a Falcons for life." So he been pump faking us, man. That dude wasn't.
That man been pump faking us for the last 2-3 years, boy.
It's just gonna be funny when we actually do get our first Super Bowl. He just ain't gonna be part of that. That's just gonna be the fuck up thing behind it. But moving forward, we're gonna look back at you like, hey man.
I mean, hey. I'm gonna end it just on this, man. I'm gonna end it with my hand up in the air like Jordan, man. I'll say it like this. Maya Angelou said best: when people show you who they are, you believe them. He's been showing me exactly who he's been, this whole time. That man must have been reading the 48 Laws of Power and had a whole Jedi mind trick, because he's been showing it, and I mean, it is what it is, but we ain't gonna spend too much time on who I know he's like a.
That's the last thing. That's the one. That's the last thing. What the hell does winning got to do with doing the right thing? What the hell does winning got to do with doing the right thing? You did not do the right fucking thing. You lied. Period. Point blank. I don't give a damn what happened. He lied. He took the money and he ran. And then he pointed the fingers at everybody else and said, "Y'all not. What about you, Julio? What have you contributed to this Falcons losing?" Because I said this before last night. When big time players get money, guess what? Other people lose their job. Mohamed Sanu lost his job because Julio got paid. Why is nobody talking about that? Mm-hmm. Taylor Gabriel, Austin Hooper. So many other people lost their jobs because of Julio Jones got a pay increase. So why are you not restructuring your contract?
Iron Mike.
That's facts. That might be facts, though. We did look crazy after that.
Wait, hold on. Thank you for $5 contribution.
Wow. Julio ain't been the same thing. He said, get fucking said. Wow.
That makes sense. That does make sense, though.
Yeah, that does.
That does make sense.
And then start, man.
I'm just saying, everybody on the team has restructured their deal except for Julio Jones. Just think about that. Everybody on the team, all the big time players on this team has restructured their deal except for Julio Jones. And he's been here 10 years and he's not done anything for the organization. Even Roddy White. Roddy White if I'm not mistaken, he took a lesser deal to stay with the team.
Definitely.
Why is Julio doing that? Like I said, I make the excuses.
He's been hanging out with T.O., right? My man's been chilling with T.O. So,
do y'all see King Kale's comment?
Oh, what happened?
He said he didn't jump on the onside kick. He did jog his ass up there though. If you watch that, he did jog up there like that. He was going pretty slow, like he wasn't expecting to get the football.
Nah, but after that game though, he even was talking in Raheem Morris' ear, like, man, y'all motherfuckers is a joke. Like, tell him like, yo, y'all can't be kidding me right now. We all see it. I ain't gonna lie, it was funny. It was funny, man. That shit, yo, it was embarrassing. The performance we put out there last year, it was embarrassing. Let's not. It was a joke. It was a joke.
If it was a joke. If it wasn't for those that BS performance we had last year, we wouldn't have a unicorn. Yeah, and we would be really stuck. That's the thing. We would be really panicking, probably bending over backwards, trying to give this guy what he wants. Now at this point, we like, yo, you can go. You can go. Yeah. But here's the next topic. Which competition / position battle? Oh, God.
You not that ass, bro. That's what he said in his ear.
No. You know what he said in his ear? He said, "Boy, you better make sure you buy that Migos Culture 3 album before I come over there and snap your ass."
He said, "Boy, you fired, boy."
He said, I got a feature on that album. You better go listen to
it. Hey, guys, how many times we gave Julio an excuse when he drops passes out of nowhere? He never drops hard passes. He always drops the easiest passes. If y'all notice with Julio makes the craziest catches and then drops the easiest passes. Versus the Panthers in 2017, easy pass. Versus the Cowboys, that was nasty. That was a nasty one too. He shouldn't have dropped that. That was a nasty one. We make a lot of excuses for Julio though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
The thing is like what we have. We'll get blindsided by the 300-yard game, the Super Bowl sideline catch. When that time when he mossed Kuechly. So we'll get like really kind of like submerged within the potential and the greatness that was Julio Jones, and it was like, oh yeah, we'll excuse all that. But then, and I'll say this, I'm gonna get at myself. We was hounding Ridley for not going over the middle, So it wasn't fair, like either on either position, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like we're gonna be looking at Ridley. He ain't gonna be double teaming like that, but it's like we're going to have to see something from him this year, which goes into right now. Which competition position battle is the most important? I don't know who wants to lead off on that. I mean, Twisted, if you want to start, he ain't giving you your due yet.
Most competition by position, we got. Based on it, man, that running back position is gonna be some competition, bro. Everybody on this panel been asking for Allison for so long, and with Mike Davis and Allison kind of being the same type back, it's gonna be good competition between those two. Allison is hungry. Allison is not gonna just give up anything. I can promise you that. He's been sitting on his ass for 2 years. He's sick of it. He's sick of
Twitter. It's ready.
He's ready. And are you reading my mind, Rich?
Yeah,
Hey, Cordell, Mike, Allison, and we got a young speedster as well. Like that running back by committee is gonna be. I hope that Arthur Smith does it to where whoever's eating at the time, you continue to keep him in the game. Don't do that switching shit. I don't want to see that. Don't do that. If that man is getting 6 yards of carry, leave him in the game.
Hot hand.
Feed the hot hand.
Yo, Twisted, let me ask you something, man. I want to know what kind of competition they have. Is they having a running back competition or squat competition? He's like ladies too, man.
Nah, man. Mike Davis, though. He competes with
Hey, put that picture back up right quick.
That man squatting 800.
Dude, he looked. I don't care what nobody said. He looked like Nate Dogg running the ball right now.
No, man.
Lay low.
Boy, that motherfucker been squatting there 4x4 trucks out there. Boy, what the fuck is that?
He dragging trailers for sure. He dragging trailers for sure.
When you see that man coming at you, you better make a business decision. Fall back.
They better ice up. You better ice up like Steve Smith used to tell him. Ice up early. Prepare to take a lot of beatings.
It's a long.
Hey, hold on.
Y'all wildin'.
Hey. See, that's what we should have did. We should have put a picture side by side with Mike Davis on that side and me doing this on the other side.
Hey, I got one for y'all, man. Y'all nobody probably even thought about this. And it's obvious. It's really obvious. Hayden Hurst and Kyle Pitts. Hayden Hurst and Kyle Pitts. That right there, they're gonna be competing, bro. Because Hayden want that money. He want that money, bro. That man ain't trying to sit down for nothing. He gonna show this Brook like, bro, like, hey man, I can play too. I need my money. So this dude, he gonna come in. Look, he's not gonna lay down. Hayden Hurst gonna ball, bro, and he gonna have every opportunity because he runs a twin tight end set, and we know that he gives his tight ends the ball. He love to get his tight ends the ball, especially in the red zone. So it's like those two gonna go at it, bro.
Yeah,
Hayden Hurst is
going to be a big factor, definitely this year. Before we let him go in free agency, but Hayden Hurst is going to play a big factor in this offense this year. But for what I think on the biggest competition, is straight simple, man. And this is obvious to me. Is the trenches. The trenches. It's literally that simple. You know, football starts from the offensive lineman and the defensive lineman. So back to the starting lineup. For what I think, it's competition everywhere. You got Jake Matthews, he's solidified, of course. Left guard spot competition, center spot competition. Matt Hennessy is stepping up into that role. You know, wants that spot, and then you Chris Lindstrom, Caleb McGarry. You know, now we go to the defensive side of the ball. You got Marlon Davidson, John Kaminsky, those guys, Tutu Mariner. You know, I'm excited to see how they're going to step up into the picture, how they're going to play a factor, because we got the skill positions all around us. We know that. But at the end of the day, if we could get to the quarterback, protect Matt Ryan, stop the run, get sacks, then everything else will fall into picture. And I think that's the main key. And when we hired Arthur Smith wanted to establish the trenches and be physical up front. If you can't be a bully, then what else is gonna happen? So left guard spot, Mayfield. I do like that kid. I hope he steps up. Matt Gono, like how long he's been used. But at the end of the day, the best guys is gonna play. So say that. Let's work. Let's compete. That's it. Trenches, man.
Yep. You know, just to basically answer your question, which competition / position battle is most important? Every damn one of them. Every damn one.
Like that. Yeah. Good answer.
Everybody has a pink slip waiting for them, man. And don't expect your payment on Tuesday. I'm telling you right now, every last person. Look at him.
That man look like he playing. That man ain't playing.
He mean business.
Did you see him at OTA? He's talking about finish the goddamn drill. Yo, my man is training. Yo,
he took me back to high school, man.
Exactly. You know, hey, look. That's just one of them cases. Like, hey, you better do that fucking drill. Oh shit, yes sir.
Yo, I wouldn't be surprised they had them guys doing the Oklahoma drill. You keep playing like that, you're 100 degree heat, man.
He's smacking them on the helmet. He's smacking them on the helmet when they fuck up. Brother, what are you doing?
Hey,
you know the crazy defensive coaches do that all the time. What the hell are you doing, boy?
Hey, look, I could imagine the big different culture change in that thing. Like Arthur Smith talking about, hey, y'all better get that fucking drill right. And then Dan Quinn like, okay, that's okay. Everybody was like, yeah, fuck coach. I'm not doing that play.
I'm gonna be over here drinking my water.
Go put some ice on it. Go ice on it.
He said, boy, you bleeding out here? Go run that goddamn drill again.
Definitely.
That boy said the clipboard holder competition.
Oh yeah.
Man. Who you got, Kstlyz? Who you got? Who your breakout player, Kstlyz?
You talking about battle position? Who the position?
Yeah. That's what I meant. My bad.
No, you good, man. Ooh, Madness kind of hit on that when he was talking about all the positions.
Every damn one of them. Everybody.
Hey. This might not be an important position, but this is going to be a funny position battle for me. It's going to be who's going to be the third tight end on the field between Keith Smith and whoever the hell.
Keith Smith.
I'm for real. Yeah, he's still on the roster. Okay. But I'm going to be for real. The competition I'm looking for is the Taquan Graham, Taquan Graham and Steven Means. I know that's gonna be a competition right there.
I'm sick of Steven Means, man.
I ain't gonna lie. Tutu Mara gonna be in there too. Tutu gonna put in some work too.
I like Tutu though.
Yeah. We definitely gonna need that defense, that defensive end that can hold the point.
Yes.
Like I said, I like Steven Means. Steven Means is the cheerleader of the team.
That's what I was gonna say.
He's the cheerleader. He's the rah-rah guy. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, but they're gonna look for guys that's gonna have to hold the point of attack because we still got small linebackers. I mean, and there's another player we're not even talking about. We ain't even talk about Barkevious Mingo and the experience he brings.
Yeah. How these guys gonna be?
Fowler, you on notice, Fowler? You're on notice.
I like Mingo and Copeland too, though.
Yeah, Copeland. Yeah, I like how Copeland attacked through the line of scrimmage and how he just used his hands and just attack the quarterback. Like it's a certain skill set and instinct that you have to have at the linebacker position, mainly when you're blitzing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love to cause havoc, man. Like one of these days, I gotta show you my tape, man. Like if I'm blitzing down the line of scrimmage, man, I'm causing problems, man. And it's really reaction, you know what I mean? And he's good at that. But one thing back to on the Steven Means, what I like about him, the only thing that I like about him is his yo, jump man, you are. But it's his pass rush. I like at certain times his get off and he's violent with his hands. At times he can get to the quarterback. He had a few sacks here and there. The only reason why he was out there was because guys was hurt. We know Steven Means is not a full-time starter, and so he was just there just to be there. You got guys rotate the guys. I seen somebody said NASCAR in the comments. Get guys going. That's how we're gonna use Steven Means is to get him on third down on them pass rush situations, and we're gonna be fine. That's how I want to see him being used, not full down. Hell no, you can't.
But Means actually was straight for preseason, but when he tore his ACL, it kind of took a step back. So this year coming up, he's off of his year 2 of ACL tear.
Yeah.
So he should be better than he was last year, in all honesty. Right. But one thing I was gonna say to you guys is Arthur Smith is a lucky motherfucker. I didn't say that, but now that I realize that he is very lucky. The Titans tight ends to our tight ends, he's gonna have a field day. Just thinking about that, he made them tight ends better than what they are. He got tight ends that actually can make plays, and you just got to scheme them open. You don't got to worry about speed. You don't got to worry about athleticism. That's the 2 keys as a tight end. So he's good. So that's why he's like, when Julio, I think Julio kind of fucked himself up. When he asked for that trade in March, knowing that the draft is in May, He made the decision for them who they was gonna pick.
Yeah.
You want to trade? All right, we'll do Kyle Pitts. It's cool.
Because they didn't interview Kyle Pitts until they requested that trade. That's when they interviewed Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, let me add this part of Julio Jones. Julio Jones was he was the physical guy for us. He ate up everything in the middle of the field. So now that you have two players in Hayden Hurst and Kyle Pitts who can do that, what you need in the inside in the middle of the field, that to take that responsibility away from Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley can be a prissy little damn wide receiver now. He can be prissy. All he can do is sit out and run nine routes all day. That's what he can do. So it fits him better that you have a Kyle Pitts and Hayden Hurst, because you don't need Calvin Ridley to do that. So he actually he did the Falcons a favor he did Calvin Ridley a favor. Now you don't have to rely on Calvin Ridley to do that. He's much more dangerous on the outside anyway.
So did y'all touch up on Sharp?
Yeah. I was like I like that pickup. I'll say this though. I think Calvin Ridley could be out. Before I even say this, before they even get on me, I'm gonna say comparison in this scheme. He could be our Marvin Harrison.
That's what he's supposed to be anyway.
That's basically what he is.
Yeah, that's exactly what he is.
I would say I would hope that this guy. Yeah, and I would hope like this guy actually makes the team, because I like Frank Darby. I really hope this guy makes the team, man. Like that wide receiver from Arizona State, something like that.
Oh, Darby, the young Darby.
Yeah, Darby. Yeah,
the young Darby.
I hope he makes the team, man. But I like what like the energy that he brings, because I would say one thing, that team that I've seen under Dan Quinn doesn't reflect the energy of what Atlanta is. It looked kind of off me. Like it's always supposed to be a swagger, and I haven't seen a swagger like that since we had Weatherspoon down here. Yeah,
I mean, because you don't let the guys talk. He don't let the guys talk. They don't say what they
guys be themselves. Yeah,
he don't let those guys be who they are. You got to let guys talk. You got to. That's what brings out that swagger. If you keep guys from talking, especially in interviews and all this type of stuff, they're not going to be who they are on the field. So you always got to look over your shoulder and watch what you say. And look, you're not going to get the best out of them. You're going to constantly be thinking what you can and cannot do and can and cannot say.
That's a good point, Mike. Right. That's a great point.
I mean, that works in the Patriots because that's a reflection. That's how they are up there in New England. Very quiet, very laid back, very that's the way they are. But in Atlanta, it's
they got surveillance on every damn body. They don't need the goddamn talk. They got surveillance and shit on every damn.
Yeah, it's a system. It's a system. At the end of the day, we know that we're building the franchise around Matt Ryan, giving him the pieces, which is why it had to be either or between Jones or Julio. At the same time, each teams have their own way of how they approach the game, on how they give the guys their players. Like they how to give them the ball. The way we like to spread the ball for the Falcons. You know what I'm saying? The Chiefs they know how to go straight to their weapons. They don't really care about the numbers. Like it's a different types of the NFL, how it's transitioning. The Giants, the Dallas, they like to control the clock. You know what I mean? Like you get what I'm Tennessee, like every team, which is why you have low scoring games, high scoring games. Like it's a difference of how we approach the game and how we're gonna attack it. So that's plays a big factor to it. Speaking of this, I know we got this. We're gonna get back to super chat, but KSTYLZ, man, we gotta get this new slogan going, man. Run the damn ball.
No, you got.
Falcon fans,
we've been getting this slogan going. Well, I'm paused up.
The shirts is going. But let's get back to that tag though. I just have to. Yeah.
Hashtag run the damn ball.
Rick, I was gonna say something too. The one thing that a lot of people haven't mentioned as far as with the Falcons offense, no more feeding Julio Jones. So we're gonna spread the ball around a lot.
Yeah.
So you're gonna expect Matt Ryan to be goddamn looking in the field like, I'm not just looking for this one person. I'm looking for 4 receivers. I'm going through my progression.
Yes.
And that makes a QB better, in all honesty, when he doesn't have to force feed. We see what happens. We see what happens with Baker Mayfield. Y'all crazy.
Hey, I'm about to say, before I was so rudely interrupted by this internet connection again, I was gonna say, Rich, we already got it, but you gotta say it right. And Mike knows how we say it. You gotta run the damn ball. Not ball. Not ball. Ball.
BAWL, man. Ball.
Exactly. Emphasis on the ball part. Like I said, hey, like I said, we gotta remember it's not just running the football, it is a philosophy. It is the philosophy of the trenches. This is the most important aspect of the game.
Yes.
We tired of 3rd and 1s where we can't run the ball. How many times we running 5 wide receiver sets on 3rd and 1? We tired of that. You got
what we supposed to do with that?
Just in case they don't understand. Like, Kstlyz, put that picture of Mike Davis up there again on 3rd and 1, because this is what's going to happen on 3rd and 1.
I got
For those that missed it, this is for those that missed it. This was happening on 3rd and 1. Just put helmet on that.
Exactly. It's all about moving forward.
We got 3 big backs though. People sleeping on Cordell. He's 6'1".
He's 6'1".
Hold on. I see a. I'm so sorry, but this is another thing that, like, come on, like, are you? Like, is something wrong with y'all people for saying stuff like this? Like, what is wrong with you?
Sean Jones? Like,
who the hell says how many pieces does a player? This is a team. Are you trying to put together a team that like? Who the hell says how many pieces? You can never have too many pass rushers. You can never have too many good DBs. You can never have too many D. Like, what is that question? What does that mean? What are you talking about?
Ask the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when
I was just going to say that.
Piece after piece. Piece after piece.
Patrick Mahomes too.
That's it. Who the hell says how many? Like, that's what you're supposed to do. Have the best players on your team. Have the most talented people at one position or 2 positions you possibly can. It's called depth. One person gets hurt. Guess what? We got somebody else.
Every year, man.
It's not just Sean. I hear that all the time. How many more weapons does Matt Ryan need? Like, what the hell does that even mean?
That's crazy, bro.
Look, I'm gonna ask Sean this question. I'm gonna put these two sides of the ball together. So, would you win a Super Bowl with the 2000 Ravens offense and the Falcons 2020 defense? You think you're gonna win with that?
No chance. No chance in hell.
No chance. That's what you got.
That's what Sean just said. We gotta have the 2000 Ravens offense in order to win the game.
The 2000 Ravens offense. 6 points.
And why you talking about pieces if Matt Ryan didn't have no damn defense? That's pieces too.
Oh man.
What?
I don't know any team that's never won without any pieces. I'm just gonna say that now.
Yeah. Let's go to this super. I know you've been real patient, Maddie. Go like your name. Don't forget, with our new coach, we are game planning for the game, not throwing TDs on 34 on every play. Let's get the first down. No more long developing routes. Church.
That's a fact. I like that.
Me too.
It has to be y'all. That's what I'm gonna bring up, guys. When we did a breakdown on the Chargers versus the Falcons, do y'all remember that bullshit ass 3rd and 1 call where he did a play action and Todd Gurley went the opposite way? and he had to throw it into the ground for intentional grounding.
Yeah.
We won't see shit like that with Arthur Smith. I can guarantee you that. That is retarded. I don't know what that was. I've never seen that until I got with Dirk Cutter. I don't know what you was on, my friend. I don't know if he was in angel dust before the games. I don't know what that was. But we ain't gonna have that no more. 3rd and 1, run the ball. I don't need to see passing. Unless it's 2nd and 1. You can try 2nd and 1, but 3rd and 1, run the ball.
Yo, I'm telling you right now, from now on, every time on all our shows, every time that you hear like that magic word, remember on Pee Wee play out, like the magic word, the magic phrase is run the damn ball, and you're gonna bring up Mike Davis' picture. Every single time until these people get it. Every single time. 3rd and 1.
Gotta get the coming up. Ball shirts, run the damn ball hats, hashtag, all that shit.
Yeah, yo, we're gonna put that on a shirt, bro.
They gotta get the right design for it. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but hey, they've been feeling that slogan for a while now.
Well, here we go. What's next for the Falcons before training camp?
For the Falcons before training camp.
A lot of vomiting. I'll tell you what. It's gonna be a lot of vomiting. Y'all playing that heat.
They're gonna be in shape this year, bro. But before training camp, if we being honest, we all know Matt Ryan's passing camp is gonna be before training camp, right? The passing camp where he takes the receivers and running backs to Cali and they work out together. So I'm sure that's what's next for the Atlanta Falcons. I don't know as far as the defense, but the offense, they definitely will be clicking for sure during that 2-week period. They do that.
Mm-hmm. Like that.
Okay, what to expect before training camp? Get the Julio Jones deal done so we can shut the hell up about him. That's about the best I can say.
Julio disappointed us, man.
Woo!
Yo,
big surgery
I'm telling you, man. Like the training camp is where when new regimes come in or old regimes where you reestablish culture. Either you establish or you reestablish culture. And right now, Arthur Smith is establishing culture. See, I said on Twitter that Arthur Smith is dealing with this Julio Jones situation the way his father, who owns FedEx, deals with the union. And he ain't about that BS and whatnot. Because owners deal with unions a certain way, just like he's a head coach. He's in charge of 53 or 90 guys at this point, and he's dealing with it a certain way. Don't ask me about no union strike. Don't ask me about no players here. I'm here to talk about guys that's here, guys that's working right now. Don't talk to me about that other kind of stuff.
Man, set an example. I'm telling you, Magnus, what you said. He's about to set the example for any other future players that feel as though that they gonna come in and they're gonna be prissy and they're gonna try to run their ways. Like did the same thing we did with Tack last year. He came in running his damn mouth. He got his ass out and he got pretty much barred from the NFL. And now he's a damn journeyman. I'm telling y'all, this man gonna set an example for Julio Jones. If you think, even if you're Julio Jones, you think you're gonna do the things that you did to us and you're gonna get away with it? No, I'm telling you, like I said, Julio is a great player, but they're gonna set an example for him. They're gonna set an example on Julio Jones, and it's gonna be something that he's not gonna like. And players are gonna think twice about doing the Falcons like this before because they can't allow this. They can't allow Julio to get away with this. Because that shows signs of weakness from an organization. And then you're going to get players that come in and sign a contract, get $60, $100 million, and then say, hey, you know what? I don't feel like playing no more. I'm gone. So they have to set an example with Julio Jones. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They got to make an example out of Julio Jones, period.
It just don't make sense to me how he did it too. Like, why did you ask for the money if you knew you was already didn't want to be here no more? So you got that guaranteed bread, and then a year later you say you want to be traded. I just don't see how that. I just don't see how that helps your team, man. That's so tough. And then as you see the players at camp, they just looking like shit. I don't know what to say. I mean, I thought it was better than that. Yeah, I think Grady had tweeted something. Did y'all see what Grady had tweeted? About how people smile in your face and stuff like that, but they still be fake?
Backstabbers.
Let me see if I can find it.
But that lets
on
you
Instagram.
know.
It's on Instagram.
That lets you know
my man pulled a Seth Rollins and hit me in the back with a chair.
Yeah. Yeah. But
you remember that, Mike?
Yes, I do.
The motherfucker said, no, you didn't.
Yeah, he's like...
But
who's that? Oh, is that Grady?
Yeah. Read it out for the people. Read it out so
they can't see it.
Ain't with the fake shit. By the time they start showing love, I was straight then.
Yo, my man pulling
I was like, oh snap, my son coming at quick.
You know what he just said right there?
That's a captain.
He said, fuck it. Mm-hmm. Hey, we got guys here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's like, yo, Matt's here, I'm here, like all the leaders is here, you know?
Yeah. But that lets you know how calculating Julio was, because now by getting that guaranteed contract, can't nobody touch or reconfigure that money thinking he can get a pay cut. It's all guaranteed. So he set himself up for the next 3 years. He's going to get paid no matter what happens.
Yeah.
So that comes down. That comes down as real. That's a calculated move right there, and that was a chess. That was a chess move.
Do you think Grady's probably mad because he was thinking about taking a pay cut for that?
Probably is. Yeah.
Go, man.
I think he said he was like down for whatever, something like that. You know, like he's ready to go on the field and improve. That's basically all he's been saying. And usually, when Grady talk, I listen because he sounds like he's like he talks from his heart. You know, like. But then again, you know, I got the whole thing too. But Grady sounds like he's gonna be like the undisputed leader of this defense. I thought it might have been Debo, but he's seen that Rico left. He's seen that Keanu left. It's like, all right, fine, it's gonna be me. Now I'm gonna speak up. Here working. This is what we're gonna do. Like I understand that was my boy for 10 years or whatever like that, but we here now. Concentrate on the guys that's here. Because I guarantee you, media, you're gonna stop. You're gonna be pissed. You're gonna keep writing the same answers over and over and over again until you get tired of answering. Because I'm gonna keep giving you the same answers over and over and over again.
Yeah, man. But going into training camp, I would say one of the main important things is bringing in the best guys. Bringing in the best. How many guys that has to be there? Is it the best 90? Whatever coming into training camp, it has to be competition everywhere and guys that want a job, because we see that it's a new regime, plenty of new faces that's in the building, that's actually on the roster. So it's a lot of opportunity for a lot of people in a lot of positions within the Falcons organization itself. So, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit for that, but that's one of the main biggest things that I'm looking for.
Yeah. So we're gonna open up for Q&A. So we're heading towards the show. So everybody that's in the chat, all 155 of y'all, like, share, and subscribe, because this is the energy that we bring every single show. Doesn't matter who it is. Subscribe to the channel and all that, right? Because this is what we're bringing. It's only supposed to be an hour show, but the energy that y'all bringing and the things that we're talking about is I appreciate every last one of y'all that decided to spend part of your Saturday with us. So give us a question. We're going to try to get us to as many as we can, because we all grown men and we got other things to do.
You said it right there, man. You saw what I just put?
Hey,
did y'all see that one?
Dexter Simmons. I want to answer that question right off the bat, man.
Yeah, you can put it up.
That's the one that I. That's the one that's where are we going to generate pass rush?
It's not about talent, but you take it, Mike. You go ahead.
We say this all the time. Everybody, we gotta stop trying to when you look at the Rams. This is something that people don't realize with the Rams. The Rams just don't solely win with Aaron Donald. They got a good corner. They have a good safety they're very good. They're always in the right spot. There's such thing as coverage sacks. There's such thing as creating pressure with the blitz, and that's actually a third element in obviously having the best defensive lineman. We have Grady Jarrett. That's one element. We have two linebackers that can blitz, and Foye Oluokun and Deion Jones. And right now we're looking for the third element, which is a consistent pass coverage. When you have a consistent pass coverage, it actually makes everything else a lot easier, because now the quarterback has to think twice about throwing that ball, getting that ball like quick, because a guy like AJ Terrell is going to sit on the route. You got a Isaiah Oliver's going to sit on the route. A Fabian Moreau, they're going to sit on the route. So the quicker you can get to the quarterback in different ways. That's why we always kept saying last year about creativity. The creativity on the defense side of the ball was absolute crap, because everybody knows that if when all else failed, they're going to go right back to that cover three. That's all they knew, and that's all they did. So creativity is where you create pressure. You ever heard about, changing, getting to the quarterback, getting him off a spot, making him uncomfortable? That's how you do it. Blitzing, having a guy like Grady Jarrett, moving him around, having a good secondary where you got a corner like AJ Terrell and Moreau and good safeties that do their job well. So those are three elements that create pass pressure. So pressure is not just one thing; it's a number of things.
Yep.
You got to be in unison, like you said. You got to work together, man. Especially with this 3-4 and these mixed looks, you're gonna see everybody. Everybody's gonna be out there being fast and being able to get to the QB. We all know he's gonna be sending slot corners, first team corner, second corner. He's sending everybody, man. He might send free safety and strong safety at times with this, and people are gonna be scared of that. That's gonna be turnovers. That's what we need, turnovers, man. Even last year, even though our defense was trash at moments, when we were aggressive and blitzing, we made plays. Yeah. That's one thing you can't say. When we were aggressive and blitzing, we got turnovers, we got sacks. If you look at that Cowboys, that first two quarters, Deion was there, Kstlyz was there, Foye was there. Everybody was making plays because they were being aggressive. They weren't giving the offense a chance to make plays. We're sending everybody, whatever. You figure it out. You don't, we're going to keep doing
it. Yeah. To jump on that, to even add on to that, Twisted, we had no choice but to go about it that way. The linebacker, once Dan Quinn got fired, Raheem Morris and Jeff Ulbrich, they used their own touch on it, and that's why we was able to see those pressures. We made that little run, that 1-2 games that we won. The linebackers played a little much better. We was able to get to the quarterback and cause havoc. I think Dean Pease see the strengths in that based off when they coming in. They reviewed the film on evaluating on the players. I believe he's going to use them similar to that route. Also, with his touch on it, with a mixture of using the DBs in the blitz packages is the main thing. We're going to see differently is all guys is going to be coming. So expect Richie Grant, expect AJ, exactly, all those guys to be
Eric Smith, all those guys,
when you got I'm about to say when you got a bunch of small athletes out there, that's what you got to do. You got to let them be aggressive. Let them use that speed to get to the quarterback. Like I said, this is what the fast and physical defense didn't accomplish. But I wanted to hit this question. Willie Price said, do you think T.O. had anything to do with Julio's decision? No. I don't think he had nothing to do with it.
I don't think T.O. didn't bashed out like that though either. Huh?
Nah,
he ain't never got caught.
Yeah, because you got to remember, Julio's celebrity status started getting up when Ric Flair started endorsing him right around that Super Bowl year. You have to remember that. Then, like you said, now then that Devontae Freeman contract after that Super Bowl game kind of was like, motherfucker, well, what y'all doing? But it was just a calculated play. Yeah. So T.O. had nothing to do with that. He said that's all Julio. Like I said, Julio smart. He made a chess move on us. He made a chess move because he knew during that contract he was not getting paid those last 2 years. That's why he made such a big deal about it. Mm-hmm. Which I don't blame you. You don't want to be doing something and not getting paid, but they moved money for him to get paid those last couple of years.
12 mil.
Yeah. And then they gave him that guaranteed extension. So he knew he was already out, but he wanted that guaranteed extension to know that he could get his way out and still have a guaranteed contract.
Hey guys, I'm sorry to bring this back up for you guys. I'm so sorry to do this to your guys' eyes, but we all know why we ain't got no goddamn Super Bowl.
You had to bring that up.
He brought up Freeman and the contract of the Super Bowl, man. I just gotta. And also, Alfred, we saw you laughing on Twitter. ATM 3405 got at your ass. He was laughing after the Julio trade came out. So I wanted to reestablish that part too. That he's the reason why.
The entire nation got at him. He thought it was funny. So
Mr. Grabby Man?
Bro, this dude got a $40 million contract after being graded the worst corner in the league.
Pro Football Focus.
He got the pick six in the Super Bowl. That was fine, but the pass interference calls after that, they getting burnt by Julian Edelman, and like I said, that Julian Edelman catch was a damn shame because
he volleyballed it in the air, K.
The three guys that was in the play ain't no longer on this team. You had the volleyball, Keanu Neal or Rico Allen should have blew Julian Edelman's ass up on that play, and the other one should have picked the ball off.
Now
I was wondering why they going for the interception, but he's a headhunter.
All three of them was going for the interception. Keanu should have been the main one blowing this dude up on the play.
Mm-hmm. He should have been on the IR.
Three of them out.
He should have been on the IR that game.
Mm-hmm. Take all three of them out. So I guarantee you, Cam Chancellor would have blew all three of them out.
But another thing, even though in that Super Bowl, right? Let's be real. In that Super Bowl, those defensive guys that we had there, they were all young. They were like, we had rookies out there. We had second-year guys playing, and they was doing a hell of a job, even though
no true fun. No true fun.
Hell of a job, but certain guys, because at the end of the day, the stats within that year, our defense, our passing stat wasn't so good. One of those some type of defenses that I can't remember specifically, but it wasn't good. I believe it was our passing defense was low that
passing defense.
Yeah, but that also this is the last thing I'm touching on the Super Bowl shit. All right. Kyle Shanahan was the reason why we really got there. It's really sad to say because it shows because ever since he left, what has happened? We tried to mimic it. It didn't really work. But that's the only thing I would say on that. That's how I feel.
I wouldn't say that.
2017, we had a chance. 2017, your boy dropped the pass in 2017.
Yeah, it was a bad play call though.
Hold on. It was. Let me say this. It wasn't Kyle Shanahan. It was the balance. All right, because even in his offense, we gave up a lot of sacks. So it wasn't it wasn't Kyle Shanahan. It was the balance that got us there because it allowed Matt Ryan to take a damn risk and he didn't have to damn sit for 4 quarters and try to, overcome. Because we were one of the better teams when it came down to getting turnovers and creating turnovers and getting sacks. We got sacks, we created turnovers, and we allowed Matt Ryan to damn rest. He didn't have to do everything that entire season. So he created that balance, that running game for us. I think we had like 1,300 yards rushing. That we haven't been that close. So it wasn't necessarily Kyle Shanahan himself. And this is why I say that. This is why Kyle Shanahan has not done a damn thing since he left Atlanta. It's because of the balance. Anytime you have a balance with a great quarterback like Matt Ryan, even if you have a guy like Ryan Tannehill out there. Ryan Tannehill. You see what Ryan Tannehill can do. Ryan Tannehill, when he has that balance, he's a very good quarterback. But he's just a very good quarterback. He's not an elite quarterback. Elite quarterbacks can get you past that second and third round. So that's what Matt Ryan, that's what Kyle Shanahan did for Matt Ryan. He allowed Matt Ryan to rest in the fourth quarter. He allowed, because honestly, when you go back and look at it, we blew out a lot of teams before we even had it. Matt Ryan had to really do anything. He was just handing the ball off and checking the ball down in a lot of the games. So it wasn't necessarily Kyle Shanahan himself. It's that running game and that balance. We was a perfect team. We was an absolute perfect team. And the only thing that lost us was his ego. And Dan Quinn not being a true leader. He was not a leader. He allowed his offense, he allowed his coordinators to run his team, and him sit back and talk about, I trust him. No, fuck that. I ain't trusting nobody. I'm the head coach. If you know this is a bad damn call, you need to say, hell no, time out. We're not running that bullshit.
Yeah.
So that's what lost us.
Right. Also, him losing the 15 players to start the game. Don't forget that part, guys. The man lost his play sheet before the game even started. I've never heard no shit like that in my life on a Super Bowl. I've never heard that. I've never heard that. Yeah. When I saw that, I said, how does he do that? Where was he at? Why was it on him? What was that? He already had a plan, man. These jokers be getting out on the Falcons, bro. If we really watch our history, it shows how people really do us after we give them chance after chance. That man fucked us in 2015. We started 6-0, then didn't want to throw the ball to Roddy at all to end that season, and I think we went 2-6 to end the season. Come on, Kyle. And it shows in San Francisco. He does in San Francisco. He needed 3 backs to get to the Super Bowl, guys. Mm-hmm. He needed 3 good backs and a all-pro tight end to get back to that Super Bowl.
Well, you seen what happened. He had his quarterback there. I guess everybody ain't like Matt Ryan.
Yeah, he overthrew him to end the game.
Jimmy Garoppolo missed. Who was that running that post route? Who's basically wide open?
Emmanuel Sanders.
Emmanuel Sanders, yeah.
Emmanuel, yeah, he overthrew him.
Badly though.
Oh,
yeah, they got Trey Lance. They see what they're gonna be able to do with that. But to jump on what you were saying, Twisted, our history does show that of how we performed, which is the reason why this new regime has a chance to change all of that. Everything is gonna be so differently. I know the fans got to be excited to see how the offense is going to look, and also the defense, how the fronts, who guys is going to be out there, who's going to be in that first group, so everything is going to be new. So we're going to see in the next 2-3 years how this new regime does, how the Falcons approach this, how they approach everything, of how they move. And week 15, we played the 49ers, being that we was talking about Kyle Shanahan. So we're going to see how that plays out, because we already got him. Julio got a game-winning touchdown on him. We was there, so we'll see how we play. McFoley, sorry.
Yeah. Remember, Mankind.
Sorry.
Mankind.
I don't know why they keep talking about Michelle. Why what are we gonna do another running back? What are they talking about? How does that help us?
Man, I don't want no damn injury prone damn Sonny Michelle. That man was injured at Georgia. What were you mean here for?
He didn't play versus us. They play James White more than him now.
We don't have to pick every freaking Georgia Bulldog that comes out on the market. We don't have to take them.
I'd rather have a Georgia Tech person. I'm tired of every year we talk about Georgia. I see them every Saturday. I don't need to see them again on Sunday.
Mike crazy.
All right. So let me wrap this up with this one. Makari Weems. Honestly, AFN will be a surprise team. One thing I noticed about this year versus all the other years, we made moves that needed. We made moves that was needed. We've been quiet in the media without trying to post these weak ass wide rise up. Yeah. Woo. I mean, we've been quiet moves, bargain basement. We had money, so we had to do like bargain basement signings, but they all make sense. I don't have to make splashy moves every single year. That's something that we've been used to, We've been sitting there working behind the scenes, even with the trade rumors, even with Julio Jones. We trying to do right by him by working behind the scenes until you came out and wanted to sit there and say something. It's like, okay, we did right by you by saying, hey, you wanna trade? Okay, fine. Let's get our general manager, let's get our coaching place, and then we'll start taking some calls for you. And then we'll send you someplace suitable. Now you want to open your mouth? Somebody said it in the chat. Okay, then you can go to Siberia. Also, I would like to say that Philadelphia has 3 first-round picks. Philadelphia has 3 first-round picks. Go ahead, drop a ball in Philadelphia and see when they start throwing batteries at you behind. See what happens. Yeah, y'all remember that? Start throwing batteries at you.
The minute he try to take a playoff, they coming for his ass quick, boy. They not finna let him make it in the Eagles.
Philly does not play.
Really? Like Julio has had it good, bro, with the Atlanta Falcons, bro. If we being strictly honest, even Roddy White wasn't doing that. Roddy White wasn't catching passes and going out. Roddy stayed in that damn near 40-50 plays a game easily for years.
Yeah, let's do right by Roddy, please. Definitely. Let's do right by Roddy.
Yeah, you send his ass to Philadelphia. They throwing kids at your ass. They ain't throwing just baby. They throwing kids at you. Like, mama, what you doing? Mother.
Yo, you know Philly's crazy. I know Philly's crazy on 2 different occasions, or 3 different occasions. Number 1, at the old stadium, they had a jail inside the stadium. That's number 1.
Yeah, I remember that.
There was a jail in the stadium, bro. Yo,
that's wild.
Number 2, when they won the Super Bowl, when you saw a guy that was literally eating horse crap on the side of the road. That's number 2. All right. Lastly, number 3, my boy is a Giants fan. He goes to the game. If anybody remembers wrestling, I'm talking to Styles. If any one of you guys remember this, Styles and Mike. Do you remember when John Cena went into the Hammerstein ballroom and for that ECW? He was like this. He had the belt above his head. Yo, that's how my boy felt. He wore a Giants. My boy wore a Giants jersey to a Philadelphia game at the Lincoln. He came in just like that. They got on him. You thought what they were saying to John Morant's family was bad? They were saying to him and his mom, man, and his mother on her birthday. They don't care, man.
Yeah, they different out there, bro. And hey, who's from Philadelphia on our team?
Kyle Pitts.
I don't know who's from Philly.
Matt Ryan. That's why his skin is so thick when it comes to these fans, bro. He brushes it off. He's used to it. They probably doing him like them Pee-wee.
Yeah. He's like, He's like, that's all y'all can say is that I suck. That's all y'all can say down here. I heard worse at a high school game. I heard worse.
They probably used to tell him his family ain't shit.
What's going to be the score of that game, that Philly game when we play against Jalen Hurts? What y'all think?
What's going to be the score?
Of the Philly game. I know it's a headshot, but week 1.
A lot to a little, bro.
I got 35-15.
Anybody want to say something here with this comment?
Oh, what they say?
Said, but he's from Boston, not Philly.
He went to
He
college in Boston.
went to college in Boston. He's from Pennsylvania.
What?
Yeah.
All you gotta do is damn read. Come on, goddamn.
Dang, bro. And it's sad you tried to literally come on a cast that says AFN and tell us that we don't know about our own quarterback.
Read.
Julio from Alabama. We know a lot what most players are.
All you gotta do is hit the damn button that says Google. All right, Google. Give me where Matt Ryan is from. That's all you gotta do. You ain't even gotta do that. You ain't got to type. You can talk to phones now. You can have the right information. Good gracious, bro.
Oh God.
He said Boston.
Yo. I ain't gonna hit you like that, but yo, Mike did. You know?
Hey, you can't come
He said
on
I'm
here.
eating.
No. You're not gonna come at AFN and try to pull our card about our players that we do constant daily damn videos on. We do this on a daily basis. You're not gonna try to check us and we don't know what we're talking about. Come on, bro.
Nathan says stop chatting.
Y'all crazy, bro. I can't believe you said that,
bro. We some savages up here. You're not gonna try to pull our card. That's what you're not gonna do.
See, the thing is about this. The thing is, we welcome, and I always say this, like, we welcome everybody. But like you gotta have your facts straight because people will come for you. Just ask Robert Alford. Don't get Robert Alford on here. Don't get Robert Alford out here, okay?
Right.
just make sure you
be
out down, man. That's all. We all make mistakes too, but
he thought he was correct though. He thought he was correct though, Magnus. Everybody on the panel looked at him like, what?
Yeah,
who's this guy? Who's this guy? Who invited him to the
party? Yo, appreciate the comment.
Google is serious, your best friend. That's all you gotta do. You ain't even gotta read. You can talk to them, and they'll talk to you.
And he the type people ask like, you bought an extra? Whose man is this?
Now, like, each opponent coming up season though. Each opponent who we play against this season, we got to get one of their fans on here, man. We want to see everybody.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna say this: if you get roasted on this show and you can be a good sport about it, up to the family. Okay,
yeah, facts.
If you could come on and you get roasted, you don't get all in your feelings and whatnot. It's all right. We could be wrong too. You know what I'm saying? But check it out. Like,
we definitely ain't wrong about that.
Hey, I said Oliver was going to be a Pro Bowler. I got a whole video on it. I had a whole video segment. So look, trust me, I can be wrong.
Yeah. Y'all want to know? Yeah. Oh, y'all want to know when I was wrong? I had a whole video about Kevin King before that playoff game. Right before the playoff game.
Kevin King?
Yes.
He got ate up. He got ate up that game.
Say it so, Styles. Say it so, man.
No. This is what happened. I said Kevin King had the length to be a contributor.
Mm-hmm.
This was right before the playoff game because somebody had asked about who would you see as potential free agents.
I'm looking at I remember that. That was a Friday night show.
And I was looking at, okay, he was cheap. He could be somebody. And then that damn playoff game came, boy, motherfucking Scotty Miller ate his motherfucking ass for lunch.
Okay. If we go around the horn and say when we was wrong, I actually got caught up in the Tack McKinley when we first got there. I'm gonna get the quarterback. He had a picture of his grandmother with him too. He was like, we gonna get the quarterback. I said, you know what? I said, I like that guy. That guy's special.
Yeah.
He fucking hard on that one.
Yo, I was like, his grandmother. I was like, this dude hungry. His grandmother collected cans so that he can go to college. I was like, yo, we got a dog.
Yeah,
You got a
he
dog.
wasn't that healthy. I think Attack McKinley was healthy, was more healthy, and he had a more straight head on his shoulders. Is because he seemed like mentally he really wasn't there. It showed it. Big Beasley, like having them type of mentorship is pretty big, which is why we had an opportunity to get Chuck Smith on the staff. Who knows what he would have done with those guys if he had an opportunity if he was on that staff.
But Rich, I'm gonna say this though, but Rich, we seen what Vic can, we seen like a special Big Beasley season. We never got anything. Tap had one move. Tap had one move.
I think he had 8 sacks his first year, though, right? In 2017, he had 8 sacks his first year.
Bro, he did.
He had 6 in the regular season and then 2 in the playoffs. He had 1 versus the Rams and then 1 versus the Eagles in the playoffs in 2017.
Bro,
but he wasn't consistent at all.
He might have been. No, it might have been like 6. Yeah, I think you're right.
But that's what happens when you keep trying to bench press. If you only got one freaking move, you're going to blow your shoulders out, man. Stop trying to bench 350 60 times. Like, come on, man.
He already blew his shoulder out before we got him. He was already having shoulder surgery. That's the thing I was fucked up on. Like, goddamn, we picked another injury-prone player.
Yo, my man is a dude in the club that got one move, and that's the 2-step. That's all he got. He got no other move. He can't dance. He only got one move. That's
Who gonna lead the defense in sacks this year? Who's gonna lead the defense in sacks this year?
Serious question.
Serious question.
I'm gonna say Deion.
I was gonna say Fourier. Yeah. So
Deion got
I know you're trying to like chime in.
I don't give a damn who leaves this team in sacks. We better not be at the bottom of sacks. That's all I care about.
That's all I ask.
But what I was gonna say before, that, when y'all talking about Tad McKinley and you wonder why he act like that, remember who his head coach was in college?
Jim Moore.
Who's his coach? Right, yeah.
Jim Moore Jr. So that's why
happened to be our ex-coach,
Mr. Vic, man. He loved Vic, boy.
He loved Vic, whatever they want to do. He let they players do whatever they want to do.
Exactly.
Yo, honestly, I just think it's gonna be schemed. You know what I mean? Like, because honestly, last year, Deion Jones led us in sacks, and he had what?
Was it? I think it was either 4.5. Yeah,
4.5.
4.5. I mean, he shared one. Come on, man. Yo, I don't give a damn how it happens. I don't care if it's like from like a Rondé Barber hybrid where we blitzing Isaiah Oliver off the edge or whatever. Man.
I like that.
Yeah, I want something like that, but I just want scheme. I think that's what essentially what we all say in all of our shows is that we just want scheme. Honestly, I don't care if any Pro Bowlers come from our team or not. Okay, as long as collectively we're better than we are last year, because we can't get no worse. We're historically bad last year. Okay, the sky's the limit right now, and that's what we need to do.
Hey, is he talking about 2 years before? Because Trufant won on our team last year, so he must be talking about 2 years.
I keep telling people stop cursing. See, I heard Peerless Price, and now I heard Devin Trufant. Can't curse, man. Don't curse at me. Yo, Twister, don't curse at me, man. You said Trufant? Yo. We gotta stop cursing in this in chat, bro. We gotta stop cursing, man. And anybody else? What other bus you want? What's the name of the left end that we spent all that money on? Ray Edwards.
That man had 0 sacks in his second season with us, bro. 0 sacks. He retired and went to boxing.
Oh Lord, we got another one.
I see you there.
Hold on.
What's up?
We got another one.
Anderson Hartwell. Oh.
That's a nasty one.
Oh, here's another one. Keep it, keep it coming. Yo, Jack, keep it coming.
Yo, he said Jamal Anderson.
I was about to say Jamal Anderson.
I can't.
Jamal, see, here's the thing. Jamal with 2 A's. Remember, he spelled his is Jamal. That was his name, Jamal. Not Jam, not the one we know.
Yeah, because hey, I'm about to say that extra A meant for ass because he played like ass.
First round pick from Arkansas. He was wreaking havoc at Arkansas. Came to us and didn't do diddly shit. He was atrocious.
This is so crazy. Chris Dunlap, Jalen Collins. I'm about to bring up Jalen Collins, bro. That's the crazy part. Like the Jalen Collins.
Wait. Hold on.
No. Jalen Collins wasn't bad. He had ADHD.
He was not bad. He was not bad.
The problem was he got in trouble because he had to smoke that shit from going crazy.
Yeah. It's legal now.
It is right here. Parade Jerry.
He had moments. He had moments sometimes, though.
That knee
injury. He was talented. It's just like we he couldn't stay on the team. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what remind me of? Adrian Sanat.
He was the second round pick.
Wait a minute. I just fought another one.
What's that?
Peter Cons.
That was gonna take you out right there. That was gonna take you out, bro.
Help me, Jesus.
Nah, bro. We can't do that. We can't do that now. We can't do talk. We can't do it right. He led the league 1 year. We can't do that, guys.
Yeah, he was okay. He
couldn't tackle, but he can make some plays on that ball now. 2012 versus the Giants when they did that cover 2, and he bent back and picked the ball off on Eli. Thomas Akeem had some plays. He couldn't tackle to save his life, though. That's for sure.
Akeem Jen.
Akeem Jen. Oh my Lord. Nothing but speed. That boy, he couldn't read the field to save his life.
No. Hey. This is why Tommy Day Cool goes on that list. Just for this alone.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Where was he at? Is that Kyle?
Yeah.
That was Kyle.
That's college?
Yo!
Yes!
Yo!
Yeah, he on the list for good. He on the list forever. He on the list forever. Take that off, Kay. Yeah, take that off, Kay. That's unacceptable.
Nah, the most reasonable, I would say Deidre Sanat too. Sanat, I haven't heard nothing from Sanat. Like, Sanat, if you really see how small he was on the field, like he made the 3 plays he ever had in his career as a Falcon on the field, right? One, I seen a highlight of him making a screenplay, but Sanat is one guy. He was just a waste, man.
They don't put him on the field either, though, so I don't even know if he's good or bad. He barely plays.
Jimmy Williams.
Yeah, that's
Jimmy Williams.
That's a nasty one.
Oh man. Yo, this is funny, man. Like you can bring up the guys that we drafted
and make a whole team out of them.
What was the name of that middle linebacker? His number was 50.
Curtis Lofton?
Oh, Curtis Lofton. Yeah.
Yeah, he had moments. Sometimes. He just couldn't pick the ball off. He would drop all the picks. He had butter hands. He had butterfingers for hands.
All right.
I think he was a thump. He was more of a thumper than anything.
I got some for y'all. I got some. I see where we're going with this.
This dude said Jamming Jermaine. Oh my God. He went back.
He went real back. Mom Brown. Like, we could go on. The list really goes on and on. Seriously. But like with this draft class though, do you think we hit on most of them? Like, I think from the first round, second round, third round, fourth round, those later guys. You think those guys?
I think we got like bargains. We hit more bargains than we did on like first round picks.
See.
Guys, you wouldn't think.
Mm-hmm. I think.
What's up, Styles?
No, I was gonna say he basically hit on guys that were like red shirt seniors, which is they had to go through the adversity of being red shirted either for injury or something like that early in their career.
They had to work hard.
And these are guys that literally had to work up into getting playing time. So, hey, like I said, that 2012 draft class just showed everything. Like, bro, you couldn't get no worse than that. Right. But he hit on this draft class. He got a guy with Ogun in his name. That's all you gotta say.
Y'all know how to say his name correctly? Can somebody tell me how to say his name?
Yeah, we gotta get it right. We gotta get what's his nickname though.
I got Arthur DeCumbo Ogundeji. That's my man right there.
Good
That's
shit.
my man right there.
I ain't even gonna attempt that. I ain't even gonna talk to you. You can have that.
Ogun is straight with me.
The chat is going crazy, man.
Hold on. They brought somebody up from the dead. They brought somebody back from the dead. This dude got torched by Roddy White and Julio in 2012 when he played for the Lions. Oh my God.
Hey, listen, I see you, Chris Houston, and I raise you, Kyle Starr.
You're to my Matthews.
Yeah.
Matthews.
Oh no. Here you go.
Chris Owens, number 21.
He's only known for two things. Chasing Percy Harvin down in 2012 to stop him from scoring that kick return. Mm-hmm. Stop him on the 1 yard line. We held him for 4 straight plays. Nothing. And getting a pick on Peyton Manning in 2012. That's the only two things I have on this guy. That wasn't even him. I'm tripping. That wasn't him. That was McLean. That wasn't even him. So he's only known for catching Percy Harvin at the 1 yard line. That's terrible.
he disgraced the number 21, bro. How do you do that?
A lot of people don't play good with that 21 like that, though.
Number 21 should never have been available to pick in the first place.
It should have been retired.
It should have never been available in the first place. But let me. I'm gonna bring this under control because we hitting the 2 hour mark, y'all.
Let me get one more in. Malachi Goodman.
No.
Come on, man.
I'm good. I'm done.
All right.
I'm done.
That's it. Finish. Drop the mic.
Robert Alford.
Yeah. Robert Alford. See? Robert Alford. Yo.
Flag on the plate, Robert Alford.
I'm just going to say right now, I appreciate every last one of y'all that came in, to listen to, like 5 guys, have barbershop talk about, Atlanta Falcons, man. I appreciate every last one of y'all, man. And the fact that y'all keep that energy going for 2 straight hours is I really appreciate that. And you can look for us. It's me, Mr. Maggie. You got middle linebacker Big Rich, and you got Twisted. You can look for the 3 of us. We're going to be the mainstays on the Red Clay Sports Morning Show. You never know who's going to be popping in. We got KSTYLZ, 6-man, number 6 on your programs, number 1 in your hearts. And this war wouldn't have been won without the Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer you know, at the bottom, you know, Mad.
That's a new one.
Get the tables.
So this would be possible without him. You know who might be dropping by, but I would say this. I'm going to put this out there for the nation. Like, we're looking to see if y'all actually like the name, the Red Clay Sports Morning Show, or if you think that you know, we could change the name to something that it might be a little bit more appropriate for the things that we do. Nothing crazy that's going to get us banned, or anything like that. Right. But we'll leave it up to you, because we've been thinking about some names, and send it to, you know, Mad Mike or Maggie T, and we're going to talk about it. And those that we pick, or ones that happen to have nice, you can actually come on the show and you could chop it up with us too. You know, that'll be the winner. So just think about some names and contact Mad Mike, Mad Mike Sports at Atlanta Falcons Nation, or at Miss Maggie T. Hit those people up, and then we'll talk about it. And the winner of those that's going to come up with the name of the show will come on, and you're going to be the inaugural special guest on the show. So think about it long and hard, man. All right, so that's what I got to say, guys. I'm doing my outro. What you got, Styles?
Hear ye, hear ye. We have 90 other guys on the squad. That's who are we gonna be concentrated on. So once June 1st, June 2nd, however the hell they want to do this at, and once the Julio trade is gone, we can really focus on the players that really want to be here. So I appreciate the homies here, Red Clay Sports, Atlanta Falcon Nation. Like I said, follow just Kstlyz. Like I said, you got Twisted Torch TV down there. You got Mad Mike Sports, where I know most of y'all asses is following him anyway, but we're going to still put that out there.
You can always get more. You can always get more.
Hey, if you know somebody that hasn't subscribed to him, you tell them to do it. Or we're going to bring some curse words to you and have Ed Hartwell come to your house. But I appreciate y'all letting me come on with y'all, man.
Anytime, brother.
Anytime.
12 o'clock, Reggie. 12 o'clock, Reggie. A few guys missed the show, man. We got to wake up on time, man. We live 12 o'clock every Saturday at the same time. You know, you could watch the rerun. The rerun is going to be there. You know, like the video, share it, comments. You know, we try to talk about every team's in here. So, you know, we want to see what you guys see the feedback. But on that note, you know, appreciate all the comments, man, all the love. You know, it's a pleasure talking with everybody here on AFN, the panel, Red Clay Sports. You know, my son Twisted came out of bed for this one, you know. Had to come back.
Spicy, bro.
And it's all love, man. It's all talk. And, you know, Rich the headhunter, so we do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Big bus. Yeah.
I was going to say, guys. Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. My bad. Mike comes last. Yo, Twist, go ahead, man.
I was going to say, man, I was actually showing some coworkers this show, and they was like, man, because they're diehard Falcons fans just like us. And they were saying, you know, they appreciate us because ESPN, Fox Sports don't really talk about the Falcons enough. And they were saying that, you know, because they're kind of old, they were saying, like, we don't really get on YouTube like that. I said, well, how about this? Hit the subscribe button, and you'll see all of us. Whenever we go live, you'll see it. But this cast right here, we actually care about the Falcons. We're not gonna bash them unless they're gone, of course. Unless they do some fuck shit. You do some fuck shit, you gotta get talked about. I'm sorry. You gotta do that.
Foley.
And they talked about that too. They asked me about the Foley position. I was like, man, listen, if you don't want to be here, let him go. And they was like, we totally agree. And they were saying that Matt Ryan might actually excel in his game more based off of that. Because he's able to not focus on what Julio wants. Even though Julio doesn't complain on the field, we really don't know what happens behind closed doors. At the end of the day. I never thought Roddy White complained about catching passes, but as he showed in the interview, I'm not here to goddamn just block. So I know Julio and him have those discussions. I'm sure Julio has spoke about that before. But just having fans that know we're gonna have great content, that tells me something, man. So I appreciate all the fans that watch and keep watching. Subscribe to all the channels on AFN. It's a movie every time we go live, man. So appreciate y'all. And appreciate the guy to the right of me, Mr. Mad Mike the Scientist, for making all this happen. Because if it wasn't for him, if he didn't get to where he started by himself and Maggie, we wouldn't be here. So shouts out to him.
That's Vince McMahon right there, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. But y'all already know how I do it, man. I don't like to take all the credit, the glory, because honestly, I would be nowhere without the people, the fans first. That's just the honest truth. Like, I know I got a big ass ego. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't know. I don't care if y'all agree. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I got a massive ego. I know what I'm talking about. And I just, like I said, we do numbers. We do great things, but we only do numbers because of the people. Y'all recognize real. Y'all recognize authenticity. Y'all recognize that we are in it for the Atlanta Falcons first and foremost. And why I say that? Because we just don't get on our YouTube channel and say, oh, that person wrong, that person wrong, that person wrong. Guess what? If we are wrong, we bring on guys like Terrence Mathis. We bring in women like Tori McElhaney, who's actually she's a reporter right now. She's doing her thing. We bring on a lot of people to come in, Matt Carey, to come in and put their input as well. All right, we're trying to do what's best for the Atlanta Falcons. So if we are your Atlanta Falcons Nation, the Atlanta Falcons Nation, if we are your ESPN, look, we got over a million, well over a million people here in Atlanta, and millions of fans all over the country. We got our Brooklyn Birds. All right, we got people in the UK. We got people in Florida, Texas, all over the world. So if you know Falcons fans and they want real content, bring your motherfucking ass. All right, I'm gonna bring that South out. Bring your motherfucking ass right here to Atlanta Falcons Nation. It don't cost you no money. All you gotta do is hit that subscribe button. All right. That being said, it's still Fuck Foley. And I hope the Undertaker throw his ass off the top of the damn ring again. Okay, that's all I got to say about that. Your boy, man, Mike is up, man. And yeah,
choke slam him through a table.
Don't slam him through a table. My God, I bet he's
a So we gonna stop it there, but we appreciate all y'all, man, and we gonna see y'all next week, next Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. for those that's on the West Coast. You know, and make sure you bring that energy because that's what we're gonna bring. You know, tit for tat. We appreciate y'all. If anything happens on this Foley case or anything like that, get here every single day. It's not just Saturday. It's Sunday through Saturday, 7 days a week. We're bringing the heat. So make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss any shows. Brooklyn Birds, Kstlyz, Twisted Torch, Mad Mike, Vince McMahon. We out of here. Peace.